You are now listening to the Shaw Report with Damian Banks.
What's happening? What's up? What's going on? It's the Shaw Report, and I am your host, Damian Banks. Shaw Bears alum and fans rejoice. This is your very own podcast hosted by moi, Damian S. Banks. This is the official podcast of your Shaw University Athletics, the Shaw Report, where week in, week out, I give you the rundown and recap everything going on within the athletic department at Shaw University. You know what time it is. You know how I do, so don't act brand new. Do me a favor, follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter at SportsByDamian. That's SportsByDamion. And Shaw University Athletics are on social media. On Twitter, it's at Shaw Bears. On Instagram, it's at SU_Bears. And on Facebook.com/Shaw Bears. We back for another week. Thank you for joining us. Again, you can find the podcast on shawbears.com. Also on iTunes, search the Shaw Report, or you can go to my website if you like, banksboy.com. All of those platforms you can find the Shaw Report every Monday. Again, I give you a recap and rundown everything going on in the athletic department at Shaw University. Short, abbreviated show this week. I don't have an interview with the coach or any of the players in the athletic department, so I'm going to give you a brief show this week. A lot of things going on in the athletic department, though. As you know, fall semester sports are popping. 10, football, men's, women's soccer, volleyball. But you know where we got to get started, and it's on that gridiron. Head coach Adrian Jones and the Shaw Bears football squad, they were on the road this past Saturday in Fayetteville to take on the Broncos of Fayetteville State. As you all know by now, the Bears came up on the short end of that stick by the 25-22 score. Hard-fought contest by head coach Adrian Jones, his staff, and that football program. Got off to a good start, did Shaw University in this one. Freshman phenom Sydney Gibbs got the Bears on the board first with a 4-yard touchdown run in the first quarter, giving the Bears a 7-0 lead. Then the Broncos responded with a field goal, but quarterback for Shaw, Torrin Campbell, found Marquise Gorham on the Bears' next possession, an 11-yard touchdown reception to give Shaw a 14-3 advantage in the first quarter. And I'm thinking, whoa, this thing is looking real good for the Bears. But the Broncos, they would respond. They responded in a huge way, scoring 20 unanswered points to take a 23-14 lead in the third quarter. Now, the Bears got a safety on a Broncos bad snap that would make the score 23-16. Only a one-score game, touchdown, extra point, and the game would be tied. So I'm thinking again, Bears, after everything that's happened, you guys are looking good. Only down a touchdown. Anything can happen in this game. It's still a ball game. But in that fourth quarter, the Bears gave that safety right back to Fayetteville State on their bad snap of their own. Quarterback Vidal Woodruff couldn't handle a snap from the center, and that safety that they got in the third quarter, they gave it right back in the fourth. So now the score is 25-16 in favor of Fayetteville State. But the Bears got a late touchdown from Vidal Woodruff to Kavonta Moses to make the score 25-22. That would be the final score, as the ensuing onside kick was recovered by Fayetteville State. Again, Bears fall in this one 22-25. This one is tough as a Southern Division matchup. So now the Bears are 2 games behind Southern Division leading Fayetteville State in the CIAA Southern Division. And again, a game of missed opportunities. If you watched it on shawbears.com, you saw that it was a game of missed opportunities. Several chances, especially early on. Shaw had that 14-3 lead. Could have really put their foot on the throat, on the proverbial throat of Fayetteville State, but they let the Broncos back into the game, and the Broncos came back and actually took a lead of 23-14 in that second half. Again, that safety drew Shaw to within 23-16, but then Shaw gave the safety back to Fayetteville State, and now that score was 25-16. That late touchdown from Vidal Woodruff to Kavonta Moses made it 25-22, but again, the onside kick was recovered by Fayetteville State. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a tough week of practice for head coach Adrian Jones, his staff, and that football program. Key moments in that game that the Bears couldn't come up on their side of the ledger. And again, the Bears fall in this one 22-25. Some final stats on the offensive side for Shaw. Torrin Campbell, quarterback, 123 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Sidney Gibbs, freshman running back, 64 yards and a touchdown. And Kavonta Moses, 86 yards for the tight end and a touchdown. Marquise Gorham had a touchdown reception. Daniel Bender had 61 yards receiving. On the defensive end, the defense played pretty well, only allowing 105 yards on the ground to Fayetteville State. And Fayetteville State is a ground and pound type team, but Fayetteville State did throw for 248 yards. Defensive stars on the game for Shaw: Jaleel Scroggins, 4 tackles and an interception. Kevin Sherman had 9 tackles and 8 tackles apiece for Sadante Fuller and Aaron Worthy. But in the end, it wasn't enough as the Bears fall to Fayetteville State by the 25-22 score. The Bears fall to 2-4 overall and 1-2 in CIAA play. Next up, it's homecoming. This Saturday, October the 19th, the Bears will be hosting the Livingstone Blue Bears at the George Williams Athletic Complex in Raleigh. For more information on the game and the football program, visit ShawBears.com. It's homecoming. Come out and support the Bears. Have a good time. Show your love and support for Shaw University. Again, this Saturday, the Bears will be hosting the Livingstone Blue Bears at the George Williams Athletic Complex for homecoming. For more information on the football squad, visit ShawBears.com. We rocking, we rolling, we getting to it, we getting to that bag, we getting to the money, but we got to take this commercial break. Don't go anywhere, but if you do, come right back. You're listening to the Shaw Report on ShawBears.com. Today's show is sponsored by Summit Hospitality. Summit Hospitality is a proud sponsor of Shaw University Athletics. With 6 Marriott-branded hotels in the Raleigh area, Summit Hospitality can manage all of your lodging needs. Make reservations for your family or group by calling 919-669-0576 and let them know that Shaw University Athletics sent you. That's Summit Hospitality, 919-669-0576.
This is the Shaw Report with Damian Banks.
And we are back on the Shaw Report, the official podcast of your Shaw University Athletic Department. I am Damian Banks. Thank you for joining me. Shameless plug time. You know what it is. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SportsByDamian. That's SportsByDamion. And Shaw University Athletics are on social media. Follow the Bears on Twitter at Shaw Bears, on Instagram at SU_Bears, and on Facebook.com/Shaw Bears. And we thank you kindly. We also thank our sponsors, Pepsi and Summit Hospitality. If you're in town for homecoming, yes, homecoming is this weekend. The Bears will be taking on Livingstone, but I digress. If you're coming into town, you don't have anywhere to stay, look no further than Summit Hospitality. Marriott branded hotels all in the Raleigh area. Visit Summit Hospitality. They'll take care of you. Tell them Shaw University Athletics sent you. And we thank you very, very kindly. Before the break, we recapped Shaw's disappointing 25-22 loss on the road to Fayetteville State, CIAA's Southern Division foe. The Bears were in this contest up early in this one, but let it slip away. Fayetteville State made a run from the second quarter on to the third quarter, really controlled the game from there. The Bears made a little run at the end, were able to score a late touchdown, but it wasn't enough. Again, Shaw falls to Fayetteville State 25-22. But it's homecoming week. It's homecoming weekend. The Bears are going to get after it on Saturday. Not only are the Bears going to get after it on Saturday, but myself and Corey Hodges will be on the ones and twos on the sticks. Visit the Shaw Bears Sports Network. You can tune in, look at the game online if you're not able to come into town and support the Bears. And you can listen to myself and Corey Hodges call the play-by-play as well as the color commentary. And we thank you very, very kindly, but we digress. I told you though, it's a lot of things going on within the athletic department besides football, and we're going to talk about those things on the Shaw Bears Scoreboard. We'll begin with men's soccer. Head coach Randy McClure and the Bears were on the road at Tusculum. The Pioneers got on the board first at the 4:19 mark, making it 1-0, but Bears midfielder Mark Alum provided the equalizer to tie the game up at 1. Gianluca Evers put Shaw in front with a chip cross, assisted by Andrew Camilo to make the score 2-1, but Tusculum would not the score at 2 with the late goal in regulation, and that would be it as the game ended in a 2-2 tie. With that, the Bears are now 2-6-2 overall. Next up is a match at Piedmont International today. The men also will host Southern Wesleyan on Wednesday at the MAC. For more information on men's soccer, visit shawbears.com. Next up, we have women's soccer, who were also on the road at Tusculum. Hard-fought match by the Lady Bears, but they fell by the 2-0 score. Quick turnaround as the Lady Bears were on the road with the match at Queens College on Saturday. The Lady Royals took a 1-0 lead early, but the Lady Bears forward Tiffy Ann Brown provided the equalizer on a goal assisted by Jassa Curry at the 39-34 mark to tie the score at 1-1 at halftime. But it wasn't enough as Queens scored 3 second-half goals to defeat Shaw by the 4-1 score. The Lady Bears are now 4-7 overall on the season. Next up, they will be at home at the MAC on Wednesday, hosting Southern Wesleyan. For more information on the Lady Bears soccer program, visit shawbears.com. Moving on to volleyball, head coach Jonathan Polk and the Lady Bears have been playing very good volleyball as of late. They entered last Thursday matchup at Southern Division rival Winston-Salem State on a 6-match win streak. Early on, it looked like Shaw would run away with this one, going up 2-0, but the Lady Rams would make a drastic turnaround to win the next 3 sets, including the 5th and decisive set, 15-12, to stun the Lady Bears 3-2. Jada Flowers, 2-time CIAA Setter of the Week, also had 36 assists in the loss for Shaw. Both Carla Sosa and Jalen Butler had 18 kills in defeat. Tyler Hunter had 8 kills also in that match. The Lady Bears fall to 6-8 overall, 6-1 in CIAA play. They will try to bounce back. They got a busy week coming up at Fayetteville State today, 6 p.m. Also on Wednesday, the Lady Bears will be at Claflin before coming home to take on rival St. Augustine's. For more information on volleyball, visit shawbears.com. Next up, we got cross country, both women and men, and head coach Francois Smith. They were on the road to participate in the Blue Bear Invitational. Now we're going to start with the men, who finished 5th as a team. Peter Akaye had a team best time of 27:13.3 in the men's 8K race, good for 2nd overall. Other top finishers for the men: Torkic Kipligat, 16th overall, 30 minutes 26 seconds, .1, and Fabian Niarora, 30th overall, 22:58.7. Next up, we have the ladies, who finished 4th overall. Top finishers for the women: Louisa Curry with a time of 22:15.1. That was good for 4th overall. Next up for the Lady Bears would be Katie Ann Went with a time of 22:25.8, good for 9th overall, while senior Hannah Perlstrom placed 11th overall with a time of 22:30.7. Congratulations to both women and men cross country on their strong finish at the Blue Bear Invitational. For more information on those squads, visit shawbears.com. And that was our Shaw Bears Scoreboard. Congratulations to all student athletes competing on and off the field, whether it be football, men's, women's soccer, men's, women's cross country, volleyball, tennis, whatever sport you play. Continue to excel, continue to do the best that you can do on and off the field, in the classroom, in your community. I commend you. I salute you, but I digress. I told y'all it's going to be short and sweet. It's homecoming week. Let's get this thing going. Let's show your school pride. When you come back to campus, holler at your folk, holler at old professors, holler at old classmates, holler at your old teammates, whatever the case may be. Show up, show out, and be out, dog, at homecoming. But I would be remiss if I didn't plug myself one more time before I got out of here. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Sports by Damien. That's SportsBydAImeon. And Shaw University Athletics are on social media. On Twitter, it's at Shaw Bears. On Instagram, it's at SU_Bears. And on Facebook.com/Shaw Bears. And we thank you kindly